Christmas has come early. Hey, how's it going, guys? Here with a bit of an extra special video, and yeah, what I've got in the bag here is the latest Godzilla. It's the HG D Plus Godzilla 07 release, so this is the 7th release in this line. If you're unfamiliar with what Gachapon is, it's the sealed capsule random figure. So you've got the machine, put in your coins, turn the dial which goes gacha, and you'll get a random capsule out that contains a toy. So yeah, this one particular line is really cool. I've got a few of them, and normally, I mean, yeah, this one's 500 yen for one chance, and it's random. There's 4 chances. So we've got the MechaGodzilla 93, the new Godzilla SP Jet Jaguar, and then there's Aqua Mothra, and then the Godzilla SP Godzilla Ultima there as well. So yeah, you've got the 4 options to get 500 yen random. If you're after all 4, if you're going to be gambling that, I mean, there's a high chance you're going to get double ups, and it is a bit of a waste. Now, my friend here in Tokyo as well, he also collects this line of figures. So we normally kind of trade any double ups we've got. But in this situation, I kind of wanted them all. I thought, you know what, make a cool video to actually buy a bag wholesale. So this is what a shop will get, and then they'll empty this into a machine, slot this card in the front, and yeah, then you can just come in and buy them. So yeah, I'm really curious. There's 20 in this bag. There's 4 figures. So the question is there 5 of each, or is there some which are more rare than others, which we'll find out in a moment when we open this up. In a previous video, someone did kind of complain that I skipped the complete unopening of the box. He wanted that whole sweet ASMR treatment, so I will leave all that in this time. But if you just want to skip to the point where we see how many of each figure there are, we'll put a timestamp below, and then after that we'll be opening up one of each and having a close look at the quality and detail of these figures in general. So yeah, I'll take them out of the bag and we can start opening them up. How should we do this? Oh, there we go. I guess let's shuffle this over a little. Okay, it does have a decent amount of packaging on each one. That's the one thing I really do dislike about the Gacha figures, is that there is a huge amount of plastic waste. Japan does have really good recycling here, but even then, yeah, thinking about the environment, there is that kind of niggling feeling in the back of your mind that you really should be supporting these types of products, which is a bit of a shame. I hope in the future they can kind of do something which does do away with some packaging. Now, there is one slight good thing about these ones, is that the capsule is kind of built into the figure itself, which we'll see a bit later, but the bottom here pops off and it makes a stand. And our very first one, oh nice, look at that, we've got Godzilla. So very first one, Godzilla. We'll make this here the Godzilla part over to the side. So some of the figures, as I was saying, they don't utilise the outer shell. It's just a straight plastic capsule which pops open. Then you just kind of put it into the recycle bin at the shop. But yeah, since these do kind of use it, it's not quite as bad. But it'd be nice if we could get away with using the outer packaging. And oh, got another Godzilla. Okay, so far 2 Godzillas. Let's pick one from another spot. Yeah, let me know in the comments below. If you reckon there's going to be 5 of each, or if there's going to be one that's going to be rarer than another. And then after we find out, you can go and comment if you're right or not. I feel like there should be 5 of each, but at the same time, maybe not. So with these Gacha figures, how many is in a set does vary. In this situation, there's 20 in a sealed bag. But depending on the size of the Gacha, maybe anywhere from 20 to 50. I don't think there's probably any higher than 50. Oh, this one looks like, yep. So we've got Aqua Mothra. Next to Godzilla. So yeah, this one isn't that many, but it is because this one's quite expensive at 500 yen a try. Whereas most Gacha would be the 300 yen mark, with the cheaper ones being 200. After Japan increased their tax, there's a lot more that were in the 400 yen range, and then yeah, nowadays 500. And Premium Bandai also recently did a new line which they call Premium Gacha, I believe, and this one's a 1,000 yen a try. So far there hasn't really been any which I felt have been worth that price. There was the Skeleton Godzilla series which looked cool, but couldn't find them anywhere. Oh, our first MechaGodzilla. That's cool. We have a good look at him a bit later. Let's put him next to Mothra. So far we've got 2 Godzilla, 1 Mothra, and 1 MechaGodzilla. So is this Jet Jaguar? Or another duplicate? Another Mothra. So 2 Godzilla, 2 Mothra, and 1 Mecha. So as you can see, I mean, while I do have a whole section right here, I don't know what's inside, so I am still selecting it randomly. Kind of like if I was just getting it from a machine. So if you're unlucky, you can spend a lot of money just to try and get the ones you want. So that's why, yeah, like on the Mercari or yeah, for auction or even in shops, there's a lot of shops that specialise in just selling loose gacha. What do we have here? Oh, that one looks like Godzilla. Okay, so it's our 3rd Godzilla. So yeah, as I was mentioning, there's a lot of shops that specialise in actual gacha figures. And it's really cool. So if you do come to Tokyo or Japan in general, yeah, I recommend hitting up those hobby shops and having a wee look through the aisles. You can see all sorts. Generally, it'll be more recent items, but you can find some older ones as well, which is cool. But with prices, man, they can get expensive for some of them. For something like this, which is 500 yen, I would expect the least desirable ones, maybe 700 to 800 yen. More popular ones, yeah, 800 to 900 yen, and the real desirable ones over 1,000 yen. Oh, there we go, our first Jet Jaguar. He looks cool. Alright, we'll put him to the side as well. Put him next to Godzilla here. Running out of space. Okay, back after Jet Jaguar went for a run. So the current tally is 1 Jet Jaguar, 1 MechaGodzilla, and then we've got 2 Mothra and 3 SP Godzilla. So yeah, we've definitely got quite a few more to go, so it'll be interesting to see who else we find. And this one we have another Aqua Mothra. So currently October, and there's no Godzilla SH Monster Arts this month. However, next month it is the release for the SP Godzilla, which is going to look awesome. I've seen him in the showroom, and his tail is insane. I still have no idea where I'm going to put him because he's so big, but looking forward to getting that. So yeah, it will definitely be a review and unboxing video for him, as well as MechaGodzilla in December. Oh, and this one is a MechaGodzilla. That's our second one for him. And who will this be? Sorry if the autofocus was a bit off there. I was just going to set it onto mini focus because I think it kept picking up my hand. So if what I've been talking about for now has been out of focus, I do apologise. And we've got another Godzilla, so that's 4 Godzilla SP. So I'm curious to see if we're going to find another one. Yeah, we've got a fair few more to open up. Still only one Jet Jaguar, so yeah, let's see what we get. This one. And we have another Aqua Mothra, so it's our 4th one. Ooh, second Jet Jaguar. And this one's a bit hard to get open. There we go. There's the next part. There we go. But yeah, let me know in the comments below who is your favourite Godzilla monster and which is your favourite movie. I've currently been rewatching them myself and MechaGodzilla. But yeah, so I've been rewatching, or I should say watching for the first time the majority of them recently, since they have them on Netflix here in Japan. Recently I just watched Hidora, what was it, 71 I believe? Yeah, I've been told and warned that's not the best movie, but it was actually, yeah, it wasn't the best, but it was actually really enjoyable. Weird, but a fun watch nonetheless. I do recommend checking out the boss himself. He looks awesome, and the theme of the movie was really cool. But I guess yeah, a little bit of execution and some of the direction that they went was a bit weird. And MechaGodzilla. So what's that? 4 MechaGodzilla, 4 Mothra, 4 Godzilla SP and 2 Jaguar, and what's that? We've got 6 left. It's looking like there's 5 of each, so that's pretty good if it is the case. And yeah, MechaGodzilla. Yeah, that's our 5th one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 now. Cool. Where do we open this one? Here we go. But as I was saying, watched the Hidora, which was really good, and watched the 90s Mothra Godzilla movie too, and that was cool. Batra was awesome actually. Really enjoyed his design, especially in his was it caterpillar form. That was really cool. So I'm looking, I hope they do a new monster arts for him. Actually, it'd be really cool. Same with Mothra, because those ones are expensive. Yep, Godzilla SP. So that's our 5th one of him. So we should have 1 Mothra and 2 Jaguars left. Yep, Jaguar. And Jaguar, so that's 4 for him, 4 for Mothra. We got 2 left, and yeah, should be 1 of each. And that's a Mothra. And that means this last one will be Jet Jaguar. And yep, there we go. Awesome. So yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed that they have it exactly 555 for these options, so that's really cool. So if you do buy a wholesale bag, you're guaranteed to get an equal set, not some random mix of numbers. So now that we've got them open, what I'll do, I'll clear off some space and get 1 of each, and we can open them up and set them up and check out their quality and design. Okay, so I've cleared out some space now. I've got 1 of every single figure here, and we can start opening them up. I might leave the Godzilla SP ones till last, and yeah, let's start with the Mothra one. So a bit about the capsules first. So inside we do have a piece of paper that shows all the different options, and normally on the back side there will be some instructions if there's anything specific that isn't too obvious. And it kind of shows how to set up the base. So for one end, we pop off the bottom, turn it around, and then this will slot in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 little wee nooks and pegs. We just have to find the right direction. Okay, that took me longer than I'd like to admit to get in for whatever reason. But yeah, that just pops in there, and then we've got a base that will go inside that. So yeah, let's crack it open. So Mothra is into a few parts here. We've got the body, wings, the tail wings, the stand, and then the base. So yeah, Mothra's body is looking pretty cool. Got the Louis legs, the antenna on top, and the nice blue eyes. The paint job seems really nice as well. Now one thing with these, they are kind of soft plastic, so often the packaging they do get pushed and squished around a bit. There are times when parts might get a bit deformed, but generally it's not too hard to get it back into its right position. So how do you reckon this goes? So this is the base, and we've got the stand. I assume that just slots in one way. Oh, there is a little bit notch there, so you can only go in one way. Okay, once in, that just slots in the base there, which is cool. And now the wings, it seems like these are attached, so we might need to get some clippers maybe. Yeah, I'll get some side clippers one moment. Okay, I'm back with some, what's this, model side clippers. I mean, this is pretty soft, so you could probably use any knife or scissors even, but if you have these, it's generally probably a bit better to use since they are very good at clipping things off. Excellent, that's looking really cool. Put it on the stand as well. One thing I love about this range, the HGD Plus, is that they have the bases, and it gives them a bit more of a dynamic feel to them compared to a lot of other Gachas. The waves coming out there looks really cool, and the paint job and detailing on the wings is really nice as well, and it's got a nice translucent plastic too. So I mean, 500 yen, yeah, I think it's good value for these. I mean, obviously if you're kind of gambling, trying to get them just one by one, you may end up paying a bit more than that, but overall, if you get lucky or if you just pick them up singly in a shop, pretty good value. Anyway, let's move over to the, what was it, 91? 93 MechaGodzilla. So this one's in 2 bags. Again, the base pops out, and underneath the same instruction book. And yeah, the base is pretty cool on this one. So this is pretty soft plastic, a bit warped, but it shouldn't be too bad. Next up we've got parts. What's that? A hand, body, another hand, and the 2 legs and tail. Okay, how does this go? So you've got the 2 legs, and look how they attach to the lower half of him. That goes through there. That one goes on the other side. Push them together. Cool. And same for its upper body. That's very cool. Since these ones don't actually join up, you do have a little bit of armor articulation, which is pretty cool. Normally what happens is one part will connect through to the other and you won't get any movement, or they've got unique designs. It's like the legs here, you can't really get any movement going. So that's pretty cool that the arms on this one actually move, and that just lines up over his waist. Might be a bit hard to see, but there's actually a slight ridge there, and a part on this one as well, which has to pop over, and then I think it should lock into place. So this one, I guess you need a bit more force. There we go, it's kind of going on. There we go. And then we've got MechaGodzilla. Gotta say, this one, his plastic is nowhere near as good quality as other ones of the line. I noticed actually on the previous release of these, which was the Godzilla vs Kong, they just weren't quite as good quality as previous releases. Mothra is awesome, but I'm guessing that's what they do if they have any which are really big. They're kind of I guess reducing the quality on 1 or 2 of them to make it that they can do a bigger figure. So it'll be interesting to see the quality of those 2 in a moment, since they are the main draw cards for this set. But either way, he does look cool in his stand around his base. But I mean, even though it seems the quality is quite low, I mean, his arms move, his eyes are coloured. I mean, he still looks pretty cool. I mean, these are just cool little figures to have on your desk around your computer. Alright, let's go over to Jet Jaguar now. Again, the base, we can pop that off. And we've got the base here, and a stand that appears. So the stand's cool for this one. It's actually a road, which is cool. So you got the curb and the intersection there. And then this, I'm guessing it goes in that way, something like that. Guess we'll find out in a moment. And then we've got, what's it, 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. Got the legs, his body, and his pole arm, I think it was. Spear. So yeah, these bits have kind of bent a little, so you might need to kind of warm them up a bit to kind of straighten them out. But this seems like it should just slot in. Yeah, it's got a unique design, so it can only go in one way, nice and easy. It slots in, and then his body with his waist as well. That's pretty cool. Okay, see, so if you can see this, the stand here's got a little bit notch there, so I think that's for his underneath his waist, and then this actual stand part goes in underneath his backpack here as well. So let's try and slot him on, and he's got the parts for his feet there too. Now this is really well made, it's cool. A lot of nice detail on him as well, which is really cool. And his pole, we can just pop that into his hand, I guess, like so. I need to straighten that out, but it's a bit bent, but for now that will do. But yeah, he looks cool. Yeah, so far Mothra is my favourite, followed by this guy, then probably the Mecha. So yeah, let's move over to the main show now, which is Godzilla himself. Okay, should we start with the base, I guess? So yeah, this part pops off just like all the others. And which way does it go? I think this way. There we go, that's in. The base itself is some rubble, and I think you've got a broken building, which is really cool. And the building, which has a little bit peg hole there, so I guess it just slots on like so. Which way? And onto the man himself. Got quite a few bits here. Couple for the tail, and then body, arms, and the head. Yeah, this guy's looking really good. That's one of the issues with a flat price for these, being 500 yen. Generally what they'll do, there'll be normally a couple in a Gacha series, which is obviously cost a bit more to make, and then you've got a couple of other ones which are cheaper, and kind of balances everything off. And I think since this guy is so big, that's definitely what they've done with this one. Put most money in this guy, then the Mothra, then the other two is kind of extras. This way they do look a bit cheaper. But yeah, anyway, we've got some pegs here, so that slots on there. Then where is it? This leg here. So you've got the design, and that peg goes all the way through and locks onto the other leg as well. Which way? There we go. Check out those chunky thighs. Okay, let's put the tail on. Which way does that? I guess like that. This is really hard to get on. Just have to give it a wiggle. And then next part, this slots in. Oh man, this looks really cool. Which way does this go? There we go. Oh, that's looking cool. And now we've got his head. Man, that tail is definitely hard to get on there. Might need to go put this under some hot water later just to get it on fully. But other than that, for now, he is looking good. Check him out. He is big, he barely fits. Oh, he doesn't really fit on the stand at all if you're holding onto it. He kind of just rests there. But no, he looks really cool, especially menacing with the broken building behind him that he just stepped on. So yeah, really cool. Okay, so we've got them all on the turntable here to take a quick look at before we wrap up this video. If you did enjoy this video, it's a bit different to what I've normally done, but if you did enjoy it, please do let me know, like and subscribe and all that, and I can try and do similar wholesale gacha bag openings in the future. But in terms of Godzilla content, as I mentioned earlier in the video, there is the SH Monsters of the Ultima coming next month, followed by the Godzilla vs Kong MechaGodzilla December. Super excited for both of those figures. But anyway, for these guys at hand, oh man, this Ultima guy here, he looks good. Definitely good quality. The joints are a little bit hard to get on there at the moment. I think due to the design and the chunkiness, do need to kind of warm up a little bit, and then they should slot in nicely. He is obviously a lot bigger than the others, so they have gone with a cheaper plastic, I guess, for the 93 MechaGodzilla there, and then again kind of for the Jet Jaguar there, because Mothra is looking awesome. The wings, the detailing, the paint job of her looks great, as well as the designed base. But yeah, 500 yen, I mean, lovely gacha, that's fun. Like, I started off just buying these when I saw them, hey, they're kind of cool, just chucking a few loose coins and just kind of happy with whatever you get. But fun little collection. They come out every couple of months, and this is the second in this, not second, the seventh in the series, the HGD Plus. So for a bit of an example of some previous quality examples, this is the MechaGodzilla Valkyrie. This is from a few sets ago, and you can see the detail on this guy is actually really amazing. The sculpting and then the colouring of the eyes looks good, and same with Godzilla here as well. So generally speaking, if they're all about this size, the quality is pretty even across them all. But the last two sets, I've had a couple of unique designs on there and sizing, so hence the slight mix and quality. Again, a little bit of a shame, but it's kind of understandable since they're trying to maintain that even costing over all of them. Anyway, I'll chuck some pictures of these on Instagram over the next couple of days, hopefully. And yeah, let me know what you reckon about them. And again, thank you very much for watching. Cheers!